how do you know if the stock you're holding will move like this or like this? Ichimoku Kinko Hyo system provides you with valuable signals that could mean the difference in the success of your investments. The Ichimoku chart is made up of 5 important elements. The first is the Tenkan-sen, which is also known as the turning line. The Tenkan-sen is the midpoint of the past 9 periods. The Tenkan-sen line is similar to a short-term moving average. If the angle of the Tenkan-sen is steep, this means there's a sharp price change or a strong momentum. However, if it is flat, then it means low or no momentum at all. The second element is the Kijun-sen, which is also known as the standard line or the baseline. It is computed as the midpoint of the past 26 periods. Just like the Tenkan-sen, the Kijun-sen can be used to measure momentum. However, because it considers a longer time period, it's a more reliable indicator of trend rather than momentum. If the Kijun-sen line is flat, it indicates a range-bound price, while if the Kijun-sen is inclined, it indicates a trend. The angle of the line shows the momentum of the trend. The third element is the Chikou span, which is also known as the lagging line. The Chikou span is used to confirm trends, momentum, and support and resistance levels. The Chikou span is the closing price plotted 26 trading days behind. So this line compares the current price to the price 26 periods ago. The fourth element is the Senkou A. This is also called the leading span 1, or the first leading line. The Senkou span A is the midpoint of the Tenkan-sen and the Kijun-sen plotted 26 periods ahead. The fifth element is the Senkou span B, which is also known as leading span 2 or the second leading line. The Senkou span B is the midpoint of the past 52 periods plotted 26 periods ahead. The Kumo is the area between the two Senkou spans. So now that we know all the 5 elements of Ichimoku, we want to know how they can be used to help us with our trades. The Ichimoku elements give us signals to enter or exit a position. The Tenkan-sen is the blue line. When a Tenkan-sen crosses from below to above the Kijun-sen line, we have a bullish signal. This is similar to the moving average system where a buy signal is generated when the short-term moving average crosses above the longer-term or the medium-term moving average. However, a bearish signal occurs when the Tenkan-sen crosses from above to below the Kijun-sen. This means the short-term trend is weakening, and this is an early warning signal that the trend may reverse. However, it may also mean a temporary pullback or a short-term consolidation rather than a complete reversal. This can be likened to a bearish crossover of moving averages where the short-term moving average crosses below the longer-term or medium-term moving average. The Kijun-sen cross signal occurs when the price crosses the Kijun-sen. A bullish signal occurs when the price crosses from below to above the Kijun-sen. A bearish signal occurs when the price crosses from above to below the Kijun-sen. A Chikou span cross signal happens when the Chikou span breaks above or below the price. When the Chikou span crosses above the price, the Chikou span line must also be rising for a full bullish signal. If the Chikou span simply crosses above the price and then starts to move sideways or is not trending up at all, then this is not a good bullish signal. When the Chikou span falls from above the price to below the price, then we have a bearish signal. The Chico span line must also be falling or slanting downwards for a proper bear signal. A Kumo breakout happens when the price leaves or crosses the Kumo. If price crosses above the Kumo from below, we have a bullish signal. If price crosses the Kumo from above, we have a bearish signal. The Kumo twist provides us a good early warning signal for a possible change in trend. In a bullish Kumo, the line above the Kumo is the Senko span A, and the line below the Kumo is the Senko span B. The space in between these Senkus is called the Kumo. Now, if there's a reversal in the location of the Senko span A and Senko span B, then this signifies a possible change in trend. If the Senko B moves above the Senko A line, the Kumo turns red, and it is a sign of a trend reversal from a bullish to a bearish trend. The elements of the Ichimoku system and the signals generated by them cannot be interpreted by themselves. All of the signals must be taken together as a whole. Therefore, you do not buy into a stock just because the price crossed above the Kijun-sen. You don't buy just because you see a Kumo twist, or you don't buy just because the Chico span crossed above the price. There must be a confirmation among all the elements in the Ichimoku system, and they all must be in agreement as to the direction of the price. In this price chart of Apple, we see all of these Ichimoku elements agreeing to the bullish sentiment for the stock. The conditions shown in this chart should be met in order to ensure a successful bullish breakout. First, there was a bullish Kumo twist. Second, there was a Kumo breakout. Third, there was a Chico span crossover. Fourth, there was a Kijun-sen crossover. Fifth, there was a Tenkan-sen crossover. Again, all these bullish signals must be present in a chart in order to properly determine the future trend. The result was a strong bullish move for the stock price of Apple. This is the price chart for Tesla Inc. This is another strong mover. All the conditions for a successful bullish breakout were also met. We have a Kumo twist, Kumo breakout, Chico span crossover, Kijun-sen crossover, and a Tenkan-sen crossover. This price chart of Baba Holdings shows a number of bearish signals that resulted in a strong downtrend. The conditions for a successful bearish breakout are: first, a Kumo twist; second, a Kumo breakout; third, a Chico span crossover; fourth, a Kijun-sen crossover; and fifth, a Tenkan-sen crossover. So after all these bearish signals are present in the chart, we are able to assess with higher confidence where the price will go. So what are our key takeaways? Each element in the Ichimoku system provides us with bullish and bearish signals. These signals, provided by the elements, must be taken together to assess the direction of the trend with higher certainty.